Hello everybody, my name is Zen and welcome to my modded playthrough of Calamity in Terraria 1.4. I'm going to be playing as a summoner and we're just going to jump right in and get started with this. I'm super excited for this because we just wrapped up our Fargo Soul Mod Eternity Mode playthrough in which, we beat it. It was difficult, but it was a lot of fun, and the amount of support that came out for that series was huge. I was super excited by it. The comments were great. Oh my goodness, your guys' comments are the best. They help out so much. But now we're going to play through Calamity in 1.4. Now, this is not the first time that I've played Calamity, especially on the channel. In fact, I have two other playthroughs you could go watch. You could go watch my my mage playthrough and my rogue playthrough. Both of those were in 1.3 though. They were not in 1.4. This is our first 1.4 playthrough of this mod. So if you don't know, in Calamity you get a starter bag, so you can just open that sucker up and it gives you a bunch of stuff. Now I'm gonna go ahead and auto pause for a moment. This series is gonna have a bunch of jump cuts, but there's a couple things that we need to talk about right off the bat before we really dive in. First and foremost, I'm gonna be playing a summoner. So our couple weapons that we're going to use are the Finch Staff and the Squirrel Staff to start with, and we're going to put this in death mode, which we have to do because we're going to come over here. I'll talk about journey mode in just a second, but we're going to put, oh goodness, where is it? I always forget where that's right there it is. So we're going to put this in master mode, and then we're going to put this in death mode. Now, I've not actually beaten Calamity in death mode. I have in revengeance mode, but not in death mode. And I think that, coming off the back of Fargo Soul Mod, where that is such a difficult mod, but it is definitely a challenge, and I've learned a lot, and I've gotten a lot better at the game. I'm ready for death mode. Let's get death mode cleared. I have had, because this was one of those things where we put up a poll for which mod we were going to do next. Calamity by far won. And then I put up a poll for which class I was going to play between the Summoner and the Melee. And yeah, Summoner absolutely blew it out of the water, just like the Calamity vote did. Which is unfortunate because I wanted to play Melee, but that's fine. I also like Summoner quite a lot. So it's really not that big of a loss in my opinion. It's just, we're doing something a little different here. And that's totally okay. But because we're playing Summoner, I should also mention that I have a couple things installed. I have a couple mods installed. So obviously I have Calamity, and I also have the Calamity unofficial whips mod, because they changed how summoners, worked in Calamity before. They added a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of really cool new updates in 1.4 for Calamity. But the biggest thing to keep in mind is that there really are no whips after the Moonlord. So if they update, relatively soon and add that stuff in, then I'll take the whips mod out. But currently it is in. And the other thing to keep in mind is that, yeah, I am playing on journey mode. Or not, yeah, I am playing on journey mode, but I'm playing on master mode. So I'm a journey mode character, but I'm doing master mode. Why? Well, I did the same thing for Fargo's, and it actually ended up being a huge boon to me because I'm a very busy person. At the moment, I'm working something like anywhere between 13 and 17 hours a day, and I don't have days off. I don't ever get a day off. It's really bad, but that's because I own my own business. And right now I'm just grinding. Just gotta grind. I gotta do it for the family, right? And because of that, I just don't have the time to play a game in which I have to grind out even more of my time. So, as far as like modded Terraria is concerned, the game already takes a lot to kill bosses. Like, you're talking hours of dedication, just like learning specific things. And that's not great. That's not something that I necessarily want to devote my time to when I want to be devoting it to my family instead. So, yeah, we are playing in journey mode, as you see here. And I have a quick research mod, so I can just hit a button and it researches it all. I also have a different mod set up that allows me to ignore researched items when they're picked up, or just auto trash them. So that's actually really nice for my inventory management, which is notoriously bad for people. They just don't like my inventory. Totally fine. I get it. That's not going to be much of a problem here. Let's get our weapons and stuff back out real quick. So I'm playing on journey mode to save myself time, which also makes the series a lot better for you guys. Though I'm still playing on master mode and I'm still on death mode, it's just going to mean that I have a lot less grinding to do, because there's nothing that you can get in journey mode that you couldn't get just by playing the game, and I love that. That's one of my favorite parts of how journey mode is implemented. We will not be using anything for God mode or anything like that, which I think is... I think most people understand that, and at the same time, sometimes I would be using stuff for the time menu, because otherwise I'm just sitting around waiting, wasting my time to get to like nighttime when I need it to be nighttime, or daytime when I need it to be daytime. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna bother. You know what? Let's turn this to discarded, because then it pops it in and just gets rid of it. I like that. But I'm not gonna be using any God mode stuff, and when it comes to fighting bosses and killing bosses, any boss kills attempt that I succeed on, in which I am not doing commentary on, you will see the full fight. So it's full transparency there. There's not going to be any issues with that. For the full mod list, I will talk about that at the end of the video. I'll show everybody all the mods that I have installed. I'm just going to get all this stuff set up, get a quick little house, and then we'll start exploring. All right, we got our basic box house set up. Now we could go have some fun. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of really cool biome builds like I do in my series, and Calamity has a bunch of different cool biomes. So I am looking forward to jumping in and doing that. Ooh, okay, this jumps us right into our plan. So how are we going to start? I think that's a really good question. How do we start in Calamity as a summoner? You have a couple options because of 1.4 and just generally how they've added a few things. No, get back here, you drone. No, oh my goodness, we gotta kill it. There is a specific set of armor. Ooh, oh, we got the drive as well. All right, you know what? That's a really nice little pickup. So we need 25 of these things because these things allow us to make a specific set of new armor that they've redone, and it is specifically for summoning. There's also a bunch of other summoner stuff that we can get out of this. We're just gonna go ahead and start researching stuff though. And man, that rover drive is nice. So it's activates a protective matrix that can absorb 50 damage and grants 10 defense. However, the systems are fickle, and the shield will need 10 seconds to charge up fully. Getting hit during the shield recharge period will reset it back to 0. It can also be scrapped at an extractor. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what we can get out of that. Typically, I won't do any like weird nonsense where you're like duping a bunch of stuff to... Yeah, ooh, that's a good effect. Ooh, they really buffed that effect. That looks real nice. I like that a lot. I like that it gives you temporary HP as well. We gotta find a cave, because I don't want to be just sitting in my home all night, you know? We got living wood trees just off to the left. Anyway, so our plan is to start finding some things for Summoner. The primary way of doing that is gonna be going and getting the rover stuff, the Wulfrum scraps and whatnot. But there's a couple other ways. So we need to find the snow biome because we can get flinxes like really soon. And you know, flinx is really good. Those suckers jump around and they're psychopathic. And you know what? I love them so much. They're really, really good. Man, we're getting all sorts of like chests here too. Bam. I'll equip some of this stuff. I'm just trying to explore this a little bit. Wow, this is like really going down. What the heck? I don't think I've had a living wood tree go that far down in a long time. I'll take it. Oh, on top of that, I should mention that in the last Calamity playthrough, actually, there's a couple of things to mention with that. First, I played in a corruption world on my rogue playthrough, which was my last one that I did. So just to change things up, I made this one crimson. That doesn't mean that we can only fight one of the bosses. There's a bunch of bosses here to fight. In fact, the King Slime is first, and the Desert Scourge, blah, blah, blah. But as we get down to like Crabulon, then we have Brain of Cthulhu instead of having the Eater of Worlds. But the Hive Mind and the Perforators, the Hive Mind is the whatchamacallit, the corruption version of the Perforators, but the Perforators are going to be what we fight first, although we will likely fight both of them. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing about... Ooh, we've got another drone over here. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to farm these out. This is like priority number 1, really. I can't get out, though. Can I have my dudes attack that? Oh, my goodness. You bird. This bird is so bad. It's nice as like a starter summon, but it's not great. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's nighttime, so. Can we just get that energy core? Yes, we can. Can I get into here? I'm just gonna go down. You know what? We had a nice thing going for us down here. Just gonna continue it. So in the rogue playthrough, I also never beat Supreme Calamitous. I burnt out so hard on that fight. I had spent hours and hours and hours doing it in 1.3.5. I had killed it in the previous iteration during the mage playthrough, but I just had never done it on the rogue, and I gave up on it, which, you know, respectable. I just was like, nah, I ain't got time for this anymore. I had other things to do at the time. However, I don't think that's going to be the case here. After playing through Fargos, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready for Supreme Calamitous. My biggest problem with the final boss, unless they've changed it, is that it's just very dependent on luck. There's a lot of randomization of attacks, and there's a lot of bullet hell, but the bullet hell isn't patterned out like it is on some of the Fargos bosses. It's just random crap coming at you, and you gotta dodge it all. And it's really frustrating when things don't go your way. And that was the primary reason why I burnt out on that fight. So it's something to consider. However, I think we're gonna do it just fine here. I'm looking forward to getting through it. If you happen to be new to the channel, welcome. You're in good company. In these like first several episodes, we always get a bunch of new people, and I love welcoming all of them in. If that is you, then welcome. Join in on the comments and say hi and let me know what your favorite modded thing is, whether it be Calamity or Fargos or Split or Spirit mod or Mod of Redemption. Any Terraria mod I think is a viable option here. But you know, maybe you're not into modding Terraria and this is like your first foray into it. That's totally fine. Have you modded anything else? You've been playing modded Skyrim or anything like that? Man, I loved modding Skyrim back in the day. I had the weirdest things going on with my game where I would get like all these really cool you know, new weapons like the swords and whatnot, and then eventually I would just get kind of bored of it and just like get a gun. Just like install a gun, because when you play through Skyrim so many times, you gotta change it up a little bit. You know, I know from my previous playthroughs that this orange bloodroot is like super good to have because I'm going to be looking for it later for something. I'm not sure what, I just know that I'm going to need it. So let's definitely get those researched for sure. But if you're new here, maybe you know nothing about me, in which case, again, welcome. I'm going to be 34 in like a month. It's scary. I feel so old nowadays. I've been doing YouTube for 11 years. And the biggest thing I got going on is that I have uploaded a video every single day for 11 years. I've never missed a day. I'm very consistent with my uploads. So if you're looking for a series to watch for Terraria, you're going to get a lot of episodes, and it's going to be consistently coming out. If you're tired of people that are YouTubers that are not necessarily consistently uploading, that is not me. You're going to get a lot of videos. Make sure you subscribe though. That way you always know when the video goes up. Sometimes it's kind of random throughout the day. Other times I'm fairly consistent. Right now I'm uploading like really late at night in the United States because I'm staying up so late working, doing other things. So it's just the only time that I have a chance to record, because I'm married and I have 4 kids. It's really hard to find quiet time. Oh my goodness, look at that worm. Holy crap. It's really hard to find time with 4 kids to record without distraction or noise or anything like that in our house. One of the kids is mine. It's the toddler. It's the almost 2-year-old, but the other 3 are from my wife's previous marriage. But you know what? They're still my kids. I treat them as they are my own. For work, I own my own business. I do 3D printing, so I 3D print miniatures for D&D and tabletop games. It's a lot of fun. I sell them on Etsy. You can check it out at Beholder Tabletop on Etsy. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but you know what? I'm really happy to be doing it. It's fun. That's the thing, is it is a lot of fun. Plus I get to, you know, I get to make people really happy with with these little prints. I was up until recently offering painted services as well. I'm a very good miniature painter. However, I've just been so busy. I'm like, you know what? I need to set this aside for a little bit. We got Hermes boots. Look at that. I'm so excited about that. Let's go ahead and just yeah, let's go. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and I can't take it off. Let's go ahead and research it because I don't really care about the melee speed effect on it. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Ooh. Gotta get my paintings. I'm gonna use it to decorate everything later. Oh yeah, we found the ice biome. That's exactly what we're looking for. We need Flink's fur. That's gonna like set us up so well for the rest of this playthrough. It's gonna get this first episode started right, and then from then on, we're just gonna be dominating if we can get this correctly. Unfortunately, this isn't the final update to Terraria, which means that the adjustments that they made to Flinks's in the upcoming September updates just isn't not in yet, so I'm just gonna have to rely on them spawning in their weird spots that they do. So they're kind of rare, but I think we can find a spot for it. Man, we're getting all sorts of good stuff. This is good. We're like I said, we're getting a very strong start. I think that's the painting I just got. It's fine. That mod that allows us to ignore our researched items is really nice for my inventory management. Like, look at this. Look, I've been spelunking. I've just been researching stuff, and all the extra crap I'm picking up, don't even worry about it. I've also previously worked in game design. I think that's important to mention, both video game design and traditional tabletop board games. I'm working on developing my own tabletop RPG for a cyberpunk setting called Synthetic Neon. It's a lot of work, and I haven't worked on it in, I don't know, months at this point. I've just been so busy, but it is a passion project of mine, and I think it's really cool, though that's not quite widely available yet. But yeah, I've worked in the games industry as a game developer, in community, and a bunch of other things. And on top of that, I'm I'm also a Diablo partner, so I tend to have a lot of Diablo content on the channel, and I'm really looking forward to Diablo 4. I'll tell you what. Wow, putting the bird there, that was nice. Getting these sapphires also going to be nice. What is that just dropped? We got a Scuttler's Jewel. Cell strike projectiles. Oh, right. This is that cool rogue item that I never ended up using because I didn't get it until it was kind of useless for us in the last playthrough. That's fine. I think there's an emeralds here. Heck yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The breath thing and Calamity in cold water is really, really bad. Let's pick all this up. Hey, you know what? I think this is a good time to go back. So let's research that. And let's head back home because that traveling merchant just showed. What's this robot? Shop. What do we got here? Has he got anything? Ooh, you know what? He does have some good stuff. He's got dynasty shingles. I'm going to use those for cool builds. Got demon horns, black counterweight. Nothing that we're really going to use, but I will end up liking to have some of this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little bit of a cheaty thing, but it is what it is because money is no issue for a journey mode playthrough. But really, it's just, again, I could get this money normally, right? It's just one of those really, really annoying things that end up happening in Terraria where you run out of money and you're like, crap, I gotta go kill 30 of these bosses in order to gain enough money. I ain't got time for that. I do not have time for that. All right, let's see here. Let's get this. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of this stuff. So, oh man, I love this wood. This wood looks so great on some builds, and I super appreciate it. Get a bunch of this stuff, bunch of this. I don't need like 90% of that, but it is what it is. Sure, we'll get this. Yeah, just gonna get really the cosmetic stuff. I'm not really looking to cheese the game with the ultra bright torches, but I may as well have some for later. Oh, that's right. This is a new NPC that Magic Storage has added. I'm going to be using Magic Storage. I'm also going to be using Alchemist NPC, not necessarily for the use of purchasing potions, but for using the combined potions that they have. I really like those. They tend to help out quite a lot for Calamity. Plus, it just means that my inventory is going to be less of a mess. I'm like watching my bird slowly kill this rover. This is going to be our life for a little bit. See, this is what I mean. Like, if I got a Flinks, it'd be all over. I got to farm out a lot of these things. And honestly, it's not a bad idea for us to try and do that. Like, just sit here and get the armor right off the bat. but it's just more of an annoyance than anything. It's just a lot of work to try to get these to spawn. So I think what I'm going to do instead is go try to get a Flinx. I got a couple things here though. This is helping, you know, get these dead. We'll be looking a little bit more pretty here. Just trying to get my dudes to focus. If you're playing a summoner in Calamity, if you right click with your summon weapon, it'll focus onto a target, which, you know, that's a curious thing. I wonder how they're gonna handle whips in the long run, because, you know, whips kind of already do that, right? You whip a target and, you know, the thing starts attacking. That's also a goal of ours, to get the zoologist as quickly as possible, so that way we could just buy her whip and, you know, allow us to use that right off the bat. So it's kind of a goal, a priority. We just got to kill things for that though. Hey, we just got our first life crystal, but I'm going to gimp us a little bit here. Normally you get a life crystal, you use it, right? Well, for the long run, I think I'm just going to save us some time. I'm going to go ahead and research it. Which, yeah, we don't get the health that we need right now, but it means that we don't have to find as many hearts later on. So it is quite helpful just to research it right off the bat. Don't these jellyfish have something special in Calamity? They drop like little like crap. I don't remember what they're called. They're like jelly something or other. I think there's like 3 or 4 different ones, and they combine all into something. I don't remember if that's useful for us or not. I'm just remembering that it is something. Ah, yeah, there it is. What exactly? Cloaked mana jelly. Standing still boosts mana regen. Actually, we need that right now because I only have 1 mana star, and I'm running out of mana summoning these guys. Where did it go? There it is. Didn't the Squirrel Staff used to be a summon? I think now it is just a sentry. That's kind of cool. It changes it up a little bit. I wonder how many extra sentries we're gonna get, considering I don't really feel like you get many sentries in the game at all. So if they decided for Summoner and Calamity to add a bunch of sentries, I think I'd be down for that. I think it's a playstyle we experimented a little bit with in Fargo Soul Mod, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun to throw out a bunch of sentries and just kind of let them help out. In fact, I killed a boss. Oh man, I don't remember quite which one it was. Maybe it was Empress of Light. There was, oh no. Wait, what was it? It was a difficult boss in Fargos that we killed with a sentry. I had died, and the sentry finished it off. It was like the hero sentry, really. I got a bunch of slimes over here who just really want me dead. They're just like chasing me down. I can't really deal with them. I'm not really doing any damage. Also, not finding any Flinxes. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, a Flinx only spawns on a snow block, and at a certain point, when you're under the ice biome, it just kind of is like this, where it's just a bunch of snow, or sorry, ice. So it's tough to find something that's actually going to work here. Can I put the sentry there? Yeah, let's try that out. Maybe the squirrel will be a little bit better there. If we can get it flying in the air. No, get off my booty. Ah, you know, I should mention it because someone is gonna comment about this, and maybe you already have, in which case, thank you for your comment. However, I'm gonna give you some information here. I intentionally researched the potions, the starter potions it gives you at the start, because it gives you like a spelunker and a couple other things, and I kind of find that to be a little cheaty right off the bat, right? So, there, you know, I can only go so far with with my desire to speed things up. That is just a little too much for me. So yeah, I'm definitely more on the side of, hey, let's just research it, and then eventually when I get 25 of them, then we'll just have spelunker potions. But at the moment, it just kind of feels off to have a spelunker potion in a starter bag. Does anyone else think this chest looks super suspicious? It's just kind of floating there. Like, you don't normally find chests like this. It wasn't trapped though. It wasn't trapped this time. I don't know how I feel about that. That was very suspicious. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh hey, we know there's a spider biome down there. Ooh, stars. We need the stars. Oh yeah, let's collect all these. Wow, there's a lot of stars. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna do it 50. You need research 50? I don't remember that at all. Why 50? Jeez. All right, well, I mean, we're a fifth of the way through, I guess. That was quick. Right, what do we need to do? You know what? I think I'm going to go try to find some more drones now that it's daytime again. Oh, hey, we just got a Wulfrum battery while trying to fight these drones. Here, let me come up here for a second. So it's empowers your summons with Wulfrum energy, letting them emit light around them. That's really nice. 7% increased summon damage. 50% chance to get an extra scrap when killing Wulfrum robots. Okay, that's nifty. Can also be scrapped in an extractinator. Let's pop that sucker on. Give me more summon power. Now I just 6 damage as opposed to 5. You know, that's not bad. It's not a huge upgrade, but it'll make a difference. Okay, so I got enough scraps, so we're gonna go ahead and craft all the stuff that we need to. Where are we supposed to go? Crafting menu, right? So Wulfrum Treasure Pinger helps you find metal that's hopefully more valuable than Wulfrum. But you know what? We could probably just look at this stuff. That's a better way to do it. This contraption seems incredibly shoddy. It'll break sooner than later for sure. Well, we can make a few of those, potentially. It says vertebrae, but... Oh, no, I see where I was looking at something different. So 6, actually, that's not so bad. Wulfrum prosthesis. It's a magic weapon, which we're not going to use. Although it seems cool. There's a drill, which has 35% pickaxe power. It's 40. Oh, that allows you to excavate. That's kind of cool. Wulfrum scaffold kit for when you need something built fast and don't need it to last. Places down temporary metal scaffolding. Uses up 1 Wulfrum metal scrap for 40 tiles built. Wow, that's cool. Scaffold needs to be adjacent to a solid tile to be placed down. Interesting. Okay. There is a chain. Oh, summon damage. Your summons will focus struck on. Oh, look, they have a whip. They have a whip. That's nice. There is a Wulfrum acrobatics kit. This mess of cogs and wires in a box retools the winch mechanism of hooks to transform them into a Wulfrum slingshot. Interesting. The Wulfrum slingshot trades the ability to reel you back in for advanced rope physics. What? Letting you swing around the hook as you please. Additionally, the pack automatically attempts to grapple a nearby wall if it detects danger from fall damage. This safety feature won't activate if the down key is being held. Interesting. Okay. We got the controller, which is a summon, which is a really good summon. There's a helipack, which, you know, that's interesting. It's got horizontal speed 8, acceleration multiplier 8.8 rather, and then flight time 5. Flight time on our wings is 25, so ours is going to be a bit better, just because that's what it is. But again, I could just go up to a sky island and get these wings, so it's not like it's that big of a deal for us. Let's go ahead. And I don't have anything to make a furnace or an anvil. Let's do that first. Oh, you know what? I haven't gotten enough cores yet. So we need to go get energy cores. But, you know, that's going to be a little bit easier now that we have the drone, which is not summoning. Why is it not summoning? Summons a Wulfrum droid to fight for you. Yeah, holds right click while holding the remote to switch. What? To switch all of your drones into supercharge mode. Supercharged droids will stop attacking and focus Wulfrum energy onto you. The beam provides extra regeneration and defense. Can also be used to heal other players. Oh my goodness, that's so freaking cool. Yeah, let's get rid of that Finch. There we go. There's our little buddy. Can I get more than one? No. We're only at one of them, but my goodness, that's a huge increase in the damage that the Finch was doing. I'll tell you what. I died doing so, but I got the energy cores. Got that. Let's see, what else do we need? Just that, right. Okay, so I can come over here and craft the gear. Get that. We'll get this. We'll get this. Although I will just also craft a whole set of this again, so that we don't have to go into the dupe menu. And pop that on. Ooh, we look so freaking cool. Look at that. You know what? Just so we can actually see it a little bit better. Daytime. Oh my goodness, we're beautiful. What does it do? Wulfrum hat and goggles. Equipable, 10% increase minion damage. Comes equipped with hair extensions. Does it? Seems like it does. Set bonus +1 max minion. Oh, heck yeah. Got 2 minions now. The jacket is 2 defense, 5% increase damage reduction. And the pants are 1 defense, movement speed increased by 5%. What is this? Wulfrum Bastion. Double tap down while dismounted to equip a heavy Wulfrum Armor. While the power armor is active, you can only... Wait, is this like Fallout now? You can only use the integrated fusion cannon, but get increased defense stats. Calling down the armor consumes 1 piece of Wulfrum scrap, and the armor will lose durability faster when hit. Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, so like, I don't know, let's go try this out, right? So let's get an enemy. Our summons are so cool. I love the like steampunk thing going on here. Oh, we just got like, okay. Okay, it's got a thing on it, power armor durability. This is awesome. What does our defense go to? 26? Oh, baby. Oh, this is gonna be nice for killing bosses. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna have a boss rush in the next episode. We're gonna kill like King Slime and Desert Scourge, maybe a Clam, maybe the Eye of Cthulhu. I don't know. This is so cool. Oh man, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm glad we did Summoner. I think I'm gonna need, does this battery upgrade? Wait, I can make a lure. All right, the battery does upgrade. That's hard mode. Oh man, I just tried to hit T to go back. That's too much Fargo Soul Mod for you. Consumes energy core to emit a Wulfrum signal that lure Wulfrum automatons out. Oh, okay, so you can like, gotcha. Okay, so if if I weren't playing journey mode, I needed more metal scraps, I could farm them out. Okay, that's cool. But the rest of these scraps, what else should I make? Oh, that's right, I got the whip and I haven't even used it. That's pretty good. That's a good starter whip. I can dig it. And the fact that we have it right now, you can't complain, right? Got a fishing pole, got that. Okay, oh, there's a screwdriver, melee damage. Okay, I think we got everything we're gonna need there. So next step is to maybe get a little bit more health, maybe not actually. I feel like we're kind of crushing it, and then go do the King Slime. Remember, we are on, we're on death mode, and yeah, I think those bosses are not gonna be too difficult. I should say that there were a lot of people who wanted me to play Infernium mode, and that seems really fun, but maybe not for this series. I just don't got the time to grind out bosses like I used to. So maybe in the next Calamity playthrough. But let's show you the mods. So these are all the mods I'm using. I'm using Ignore Researched Items, as we were seeing there. Alchemist NPC Light, we talked about. We got the Calamity Whips mod, the Vanities mod. I like special fun looking things, so that's cool. Magic Storage, Light and Shadow, which you may have noticed. It is really cool. I like the like God Rays and whatnot. Calamity, obviously. Calamity mod music. Yep, the music is amazing. We got Ore Excavator. That's how I was getting all that stuff quickly. Recipe Browser, Boss Checklist, Quick Research, and Boss Cursor. So yeah, that's my mod list. I will say, I really hate adding new mods mid playthrough because tmodloader is constantly getting updated. All these mods are constantly getting updated. And the more mods that I add, the more conflicts that can happen and the higher likelihood of things corrupting and us not being able to continue the series, which is really, really bad, obviously. So I tend to stick with a list that I come up with at the beginning. However, these first few episodes, if you have like a massive suggestion of like, hey, you need this mod, then put it in the comments and maybe I'll check it out and we'll see. But I oftentimes try to keep things fairly simple so people can just kind of get in and play alongside me, of course.